every day, and then all of a sudden I lose my job over variables that were out of my control, that brings a level of irritation. And you need to be honest with yourself. Because once you're honest with yourself and you assess it, then you can know how to respond to it. Well, I don't have an outlet. I don't have nobody to call. I don't have a life coach. I don't feel like talking to anybody. I don't feel like reading anything. Guess what? They have apps where you can take up yoga, take up meditation. You can put on a mask, walk out the door, go around the block, get into your car, drive from one end of the city to the other end of the city till you let the air hit your face and go through your hair and your windows is down because you just need to get out. If you are under duress, where your toxicity levels is due to your upbringing and all you've seen, and your father beat on his women, your uncle beat on his women, and that's all you've seen, you don't have to beat them. You can choose to be different. I done heard some of the most strongest men say, I get so angry that I don't know how to react verbally. And the first initial response becomes to react physically. And I have to manage that because I know that's not right, because the person that's in front of me is someone that I love, someone that I care about, someone that is valuable, just as valuable as I am. You have to acknowledge people's value. Because the minute you lay hands on someone, you discredit their uniqueness, their value in the world, their existence. You have to take a moment and step back and assess your toxicity levels. Because what you think might be easy to react, it's easy to react. Is it beneficial? Is it detrimental? You have to look at those things. If you're a female and you think because of maybe your upbringing, or maybe you watching certain things, you have to go off the mouth because everybody you see is going off the mouth and it look like it's benefiting them. But you don't know what happens when them cameras is off. You don't know. Be slow to speak and quick to listen. Slow to speak and quick to listen. Everybody want to be seen and heard, but nobody want to be understood. Take the time out and make sure someone understands you wherever you are and what you're going through. I don't like da-da-da, or I feel like doing da-da-da-da. Instead of becoming so reactive, so people understand where your internal makeup is. I don't know how to speak to a woman in a beneficial way. I never was raised that way. It's giving your significant other understanding. You in the quietness of your house and assessing, my dad or my mom never raised me in a very loving way. I know that Do I want to duplicate that? Because I know how that feels. And I don't want to respond from a victim realm. I want to respond from a beneficial realm. So let me give them what I never was given. It's not like I owe that to my kids, but I want to give them a different experience than what I experienced. Because what I experienced is not something that is worth. That's where you got to find. That's where you got to find your actions and your words. Is it worth it? And those that are in relationships and they have mothers or fathers that have high toxicity levels and you know you can't change them, get help. Start speaking to someone. Start speaking to someone. Start making it known. Start having someone help you to assess you so you could be not a doormat, the opposite of whatever a doormat is. This is a very heavy topic, and it leaves me to believe that I will probably make a part 2 because it's affecting a lot of people, and people are being faced with themselves, and instead of responding in a way that's productive by understanding themselves and saying, okay, this is my set it off button, or this is what irks me, or responding in a way that people understand them, they're becoming reactive. And domestic violence is going up. Child abuse is going up. People are dying. And it's beyond the COVID-19 virus. It's beyond that. And so I challenge you today, if you're not a toxic person and you're experiencing levels of toxicity that are high in your house, try to get to a place where you can vocalize things and get understanding. Try to get to a place where you can get help. Try to get to a place where you don't react and take someone else's life. I don't want to rule out any equation because anger is so swift and can grow so fast. Logic can kick out the door and be kicked out the door, and anything can happen. I'm a little silent as I'm ending because I don't know everything that's going on in the world, but I can imagine. I can imagine. If you can imagine it, then it possibly could happen. And you want people to come out of harmful and destructive situations. Some people lack self-love, and because they lack self-love, they are very toxic, and they don't see it themselves as being toxic because they're very friendly to the public. But as soon as they close that door, everybody under that roof experiences their toxicity levels. They bleed past unresolved issues. And if that person that helped their toxicity levels grow to that level is not there, those that are living under that household become innocent bystanders. And they are faced to embrace whatever reactive action or word that person wants to share they will share. People are realizing that they don't really know how people have evolved into different things because life has been so busy. People have 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 jobs. So I challenge y'all to, number 1, know thyself, know your emotions, know why you do what you do. Number 2, know the person that you're involved with, whether it's your kids that you're involved with, whether it's your significant other, your spouse. No them. Everybody's love language is different, and what you think they need might not be what you need. And when you're aware of that, you're able to tend to them in a way that benefits them and benefits you. Because if a person is loved the right way, you're only going to you're only going to benefit from that. And then they might even be inspired to love you in the right way. My evening started off pretty good. I was listening to the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu session. Totally freaking amazing. And then I dived into this topic and my heart is heavy because I don't know who's hurting in the world and what people are fully going through. But I know when I do these podcasts, it benefits someone, if not many. Thank you for listening this time. I will go into a part 2. Stay strong, hold tight, call on somebody. Know yourself. If need be, take time to be slow to speak, quick to listen. Even if someone, let me slide this in, even if someone is very reactive, that don't mean you have to be reactive. Sometimes you have to step back and be the person out on the stage and allow them to express themselves in a reactive way because they never was that way. Not give them a reflection of what they're doing, because you don't know how far that reflection will take them, and vice versa. So we have to be very mindful in this day and time that we live in as we're quarantined. Thank you for tuning in. Tune in next time as I either dive into part 2, but you know for sure we're going to dive into emotions. This concludes this session, this episode of ER, Emotional Response, Life Coaching with Inc. My heart goes out to everyone. Thank you.